Brady, thank you. Now, you may not be able to name all or even most of Wisconsin Supreme Court justices, but after a chaotic year of legal rulings, one name is becoming quite familiar.
Backed by conservatives, Justice Brian Hagedorn emerged as a swing vote this past year. He sits down with investigative reporter Naomi Coles to look back.
Good judges are going to reach outcomes that they don't like. If they're not, they're doing their job.
You'll find that idea a lot in Justice Brian Hagedorn's opinions over the past year. His votes have a political impact, but under his judicial philosophy, that doesn't matter.
I wasn't thinking at all about whether we ought to have a face mask order, whether it's good or bad, or whether I liked it or didn't like it. I was looking at the governor's emergency powers under the statute and how those read.
He describes himself as an originalist and a textualist, meaning he uses the letter of the law in the context of its original meaning to make decisions.
Whatever you're doing when you're deciding these cases always needs to be checked by, is this a faithful effort to apply the law that's actually there?
A Marquette University professor who studies Supreme Court statistics found that in the 2020-2021 cycle, Hagedorn was in the majority on every 4-3 decision.
They can't win without him.
He aligned with both liberals and conservatives in some of the court's highest profile cases last year.
And for a number of years, the conservatives always had a reliable majority. And so it's an entirely different landscape.
They call you a swing justice. Do you like that term?
I don't call myself that. I just kind of go to work and try to do my job. And that sometimes leads to outcomes that some members of the political spectrum may like, and other times leads to outcomes that the other side may like, because laws aren't only written by one side.
You could go even farther and maybe call him a crucial vote, so far. I mean, it's been remarkable. Every single 4-3 case has needed him.
Crucial decisions include several major election lawsuits attempting to overthrow the November election. He sided with liberals on all of them, in one place writing, quote, "The campaign is challenging the rulebook adopted before the season began."
So you were clearly watching football as you were writing that.
That was a unique weekend, certainly. Some Little Caesars pizza and staying at Chambers awfully late.
Ultimately, he does believe there's danger the court has become a political instrument.
That's not how our founders designed the system to work.
But says it's part of a larger political problem.
And the way we talk about a lot of things is broken. Treating people with the dignity and respect that all people ought to be treated with. I hope that becomes a greater part of our culture, which is so tribalized and so polarized.
Now, coming up on this Sunday's For the Record, you can listen to more of that conversation with Naomi and Justice Hagedorn after CBS's Face the Nation. They will get into the details of Hagedorn's decisions and why he votes the way he does.